Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'd like to thank you for coming to this Fatiha for my mother-in-law, Sayyida Munawwar Jahan. I would like to first let you know what the conceptual program is. As you are reading the Quran, please continue, if you don't mind my interruption, because very soon there will be Maghrib time. So we need to be cognizant of another 15-20 minutes is what we have remaining. I wanted to say a few words. First and foremost, thanking everybody in the last few months that we were going through a difficult time in our family. Most of our friends here, or some of them who are not here, have really helped us out. So I want to thank all of them for their support, kindness, love, and care and concern. Especially, I would like to name some of those friends, and if I forget anybody, please forgive me. But the friends who have really been kind and helpful in this very difficult time when Nausheen was taking care of her mother overseas, back and forth for the last 5 months. These friends have really come forward and helped us out in so many ways. So I would like to start after saying thank you to Allah and His Prophet and Aima. I want to really extend my gratitude to all of these friends and families. Some of the names are Rashida and Tim, Rabab Bhabi, Salman Bhai, Asma Bhabi, Nabi Bhai, Akhtar and Saima Bhabi, Amreen Bhabi, she was really, and Zebi Bhabi, Nasir. So Nasreen Jafar, Jafar Bhai, and Elia Bhabi, Elia Bhabi's mom, Vince, and uncle, and Atiapa and her entire family, Sofia Bhabi, and her sister. So these are some of the names that I kid you not, we could not have survived without the generous support that we received while Nausheen was out back and forth from Pakistan or Saudi Arabia while her mother was sick. So thank you, and again my apologies if I missed anybody. Shabir Bhai's family also, I just remembered, they were very kind. So I want to, after saying that, I just want to introduce you very briefly who this great lady was that we have lost. My mother-in-law, I used to call Munawwar Appa. She was somebody like a mother figure for me. Since I was a kid, I've known her. She was the best friend of my mother. So I have lots of feelings and emotions. I will not obviously go into too much detail. Just wanted to let you know that since you've been kind enough to come and say a few words of Quran for her, I just wanted to let you know who this great lady was that we are still missing, but we know that she's in a very good place. First of all, for any person to be a complete complete person, you need to have faith in God. And my mother-in-law was one of those individuals who had complete iman on Allah, had faith on Prophet Muhammad and the Aima, Ahlul Bayt. And she was a complete individual in the sense that on one hand, since I was a kid, I have seen her never miss her regular namaz, her tahajjud. Every time that she was free, she was in a state of ibadat. She was always remembering her God, her Creator. And then with family, she was extremely kind and caring to her kids, son and daughter, Nausheen and Ali, and towards her husband, towards her neighbors. And one other unique feature she had in her, she was always found helping the needy, giving charity. Up until the time of her death, she was engaged in giving out zakat, giving out charity to those who were really needy, providing them with money, house, livelihood. It's just unbelievable how much this one lady was able to do. And if you have ever met her, as most of you have, an extremely humble individual, but always had a smile on her face. So from an overall human perspective, I've never seen a more complete individual as Munawwar Appa was. And the kids that she has left behind, how they took care of her is another testament of how loving this mother was, and for sure we will miss her. I would like to ask Mushtaba, her grandson, and then Ali Haider to come and say a few words, just a minute or two, will not take too much of your time. And then after that, I would like to read a dua from Imam Ali. That was one of the favorite duas that Imam used to recite, that my mother-in-law has often read with me. So I would like to share that. And then after that, when we have Maghrib time, then we will break, say namaz, and then we will have dinner outside. And then while we are having dinner, we will, those of you who want to continue to do Isha, for those who want to read Isha, after that you may continue, but we will have Isha, Maghrib on time, inshallah. And then I will also ask Uncle, Taki Uncle, to say a few words, as is our tradition whenever we mourn the loss of our family members. It is recommended that we remember our Imam Hussein, who was killed without any fault of his in the battlefield of Karbala. So I would like actually to ask Taki Uncle to say just a few words about that. So with that, I will first ask Mushtaba to come and say some words about her Nani.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for gathering, and may Allah accept your deeds for her sake. I'm blessed to have such amazing parents, but something I did notice is the relationship between a parent and children is quite complex compared to what a grandparent and a grandchild. That bond is quite simple. It's short on criticism and long on love, and that type of bond is exactly what I shared with my Nani, and she was my most ardent supporter. She would convince everyone else that I was perfect, and she would make excuses for my shortcomings better than even I could. And apart from that, I looked up to her for her wisdom, for her security, and I looked up to her for her unconditional love. But I'm quite happy and thankful that she visited us quite recently, and she spent a great deal of time with us. And during that time, those memories are still fresh in my mind, and I hope to preserve them. And she passed down a great deal of wisdom and knowledge to me during this time. And I know those of you who met her will agree with me that she was very pure, very pious, and an angelic person. And so I pray that she's found her place in heaven, and I hope you all keep her in your du'as. Thank you.
I think we can all agree that the most important people that we know that are in our lives or that have been before us left an impact. Whether on one person or whether on 7.6 billion people. The most important people leave an impact. And I would like to say that my Nani was one of those people. She was one of the folk who, whoever she talked to, she would touch dearly, and they would remember her for the rest of their life, despite what she did. She was a firm believer that hard work, if you put enough effort in, will always undoubtedly get you the places where others could only dream to be. That hard work was one of the most important points of living your life. And she also was a firm believer in Allah. And like my dad said, that every day or every second when she had the chance, she would do her duties for Allah and be one of the best Muslims that I ever knew. And she was quiet and she was God-fearing. And whenever I hear a Maulana speak here, those are always the characteristics that I hear that are of a great Muslim, that are of a person that will never be forgotten down the generations as a great lady. And she was an avid lover of the fundamentals of our religion, and she would practice them in our everyday life. And that was another enormous thing about her. But the most important thing that I remember about Nani was the painstaking labor that she would do to show her hospitality for others that entered her home. And she would do extraordinary things just to make someone feel like they were at home. Especially for my mom. And if you would ask her, like, the amount of things she did. But I believe that out of all the piety and hard work, there is one enormous thing that I will always remember about Nani. And that was the drive behind everything of what she did. And that was her love. Her love for doing things. Her love for showing her care for others. Her love for Allah. Her love for Ahlul Bayt. Those were all the things that defined her as a fantastic lady. And all in all, like, however she may be passed, I hope we all remember her as one of the greats that we know. And an extraordinary lady. And out of all the hard work and piety and love that she showed, I also want her to be remembered for a person of her fantastic character. As an individual, as a mother, as a grandmother, but most importantly always as a follower of Allah and Ahlul Bayt.
So, like I said, I want to recite a very simple prayer that Imam Ali used to recite often. And this is something I have recited with her over the years. So I thought one of the best ways by taking the name of one of the Ahlul Bayt from here, in this case of Imam Ali, and something that I've shared with my mother-in-law that I also want to share with you. And as I read it, I hope that whatever these words are, she gets the benefit of it, and as you are sharing this with me. So it is in Urdu, so my apologies for those of you who don't understand Urdu. It says, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ay Allah, तू उन चीज़ों को बख्श दे जिन्हें तू मुझसे ज़्यादा जानता है। अगर मैं गुनाह की तरफ पलटूँ तो तू अपनी मग़फ़िरत के साथ पलट। बार इलाहा, जिस अमल खैर के बजा लाने का मैंने अपने आप से वादा किया था मगर तूने उसे पूरा होते हुए ना पाया, उसे माफ़ कर दे। ऐ अल्लाह, ज़ुबान से निकले हुए वो कलिमात जिनसे तेरा तकर्रुब चाहा था मगर दिल उनसे हम नवा ना हो सका, उनसे दरगुज़र फरमा। ऐ अल्लाह, तू आँखों के तंज़िया इशारों, नाशाइस्ता कलिमात, दिल की बुरी ख्वाहिशों और ज़ुबान की हर्जा सराइयों को माफ़ कर दे। बार इलाह, तू मेरी आबरू को ग़िना और तवंगुरी के साथ महफूज रख और फ़ख्र व तंदस्ती से मेरी मंजिलत को नज़रों से ना गिरा कि तुझसे रिस्क मांगने वालों से रिस्क मांगने लगूँ और तेरे ही बंदों की निगाह लुत्फ़ व करम को अपनी तरफ मोड़ने की तमन्ना करने लगूँ। जो अता करे उसकी तो मदह व सना करने लगूँ, जो ना दे उसकी बुराई करने में मुब्तला हो जाऊँ। और इन तमाम चीज़ों के पस पर्दा अता करने और रोक लेने का इख्तियार सिर्फ तेरी ही ज़ात को हासिल है। इन्ना अल्लाह अला कुल्लि शैइन कदीर, बेशक तू तमाम चीज़ों पर कादिर है। ऐ अल्लाह, तू अपने दोस्तों के साथ तमाम उन्स रखने वालों से ज़्यादा मानूस है और जो तुझ पर भरोसा रखने वाले हैं उनकी हाजत रवाइयों और रहनुमाइयों के लिए हमा वक्त पेश पेश है। तू उनकी बातनी कैफियतों को देखता, उनके छुपे हुए भेदों को जानता اور ان کی بصیرتوں کی رسائیوں سے باخبر ہے. ان کے راز تجھ پر آشکارا اور ان کے دل تیرے آگے فریادی ہیں. اگر تنہائی سے ان کا جی گھبراتا ہے تو تیرا ذکر ان کا جی بہلاتا ہے. اگر مصیبتیں ان پر پڑتی ہیں تو وہ تیرے ہی دامن میں پناہ لینے کے لیے ملتجی ہوتے ہیں، یہ جانتے ہوئے کہ تمام چیزوں کی باغ دوڑ تیرے ہی ہاتھ میں ہے اور ان کے نفاذ پذیر ہونے کی جگہیں تیرے ہی فیصلوں سے وابستہ ہیں. خدایا اگر ہم اپنے سوال کرنے سے عاجز رہیں اور اگر اپنے مقصود پر نظر نہ ڈال سکیں تو تو ہماری مصلحتوں کی طرف ہماری رہنمائی فرما اور ہمارے دلوں کو اصلاح و بہبودی کی صحیح منزل پر پہنچا. یہ چیز تیری حاجت روائیوں اور رہنمائیوں کو دیکھتے ہوئے کوئی نرالی نہیں. خدایا میرا معاملہ اپنے عفو و بخشش سے طے فرما، نہ کہ اپنے عدل و انصاف کے معیار سے. اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد. آپ لوگوں سے درخواست ہے کہ ایک دفعہ سورہ فاتحہ اور 3 دفعہ سورہ اخلاص کی تلاوت فرما کے سیدہ منور جہاں بنت سید منظور حسین کی روح کو بخش دیں. اور اس کے بعد میں اجازت دوں گا اگر انکل کچھ الفاظ امام حسین کے واقعے کے سلسلے میں ہمارے سے شیئر کریں تاکہ ہماری یہ پوری تقریب جو ہے وہ اختتام پہ ہو اور ہم اپنی نماز کی طرف جا سکیں. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. الرحمن الرحیم مالک یوم الدین ایاک نعبد و ایاک نستعین اهدنا الصراط المستقیم صراط الذین انعمت علیہم غیر المغضوب علیہم ولا الضالین. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. قل هو اللہ احد اللہ الصمد لم یلد ولم یولد ولم یکن له کفوا احد. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. قل هو اللہ احد اللہ الصمد لم یلد ولم یولد ولم یکن له کفوا احد. پروردگار ہماری اس مختصر سی عبادت کو، اس دعا کو قبول فرما اور اس کا ثواب منور بانو منور جہاں معاشرے کی والدہ کو، ان کی روح کو پہنچا، ان کے گناہ معاف فرما اور ان کی جنت میں درجات بلند تر فرما اور ان کو آئمہ کے قرب و جوار میں جگہ عنایت فرما. آمین.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون فرحين بما آتاهم الله من فضله يستبشرون من قلبهم لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. My name is the ayat that I have recited before you is from Surah Al-Imran, where Allah says, do not ever think that those who have died in the way of God are dead. They are alive and being fed by Almighty God, and they are happy of the favors that they are getting from Almighty God, and they also give a greeting to the people who come afterwards that they do not have to fear about anything if they follow the path of the Christ. And Allah do not waste the efforts of mu'mineen. So this ayat that I have recited is very much true of and is applicable to the marhuma who has died recently, and he was a mu'mina, and those who died in the way of Allah, they are not dead but they are alive. And Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, Man mata ala hubbi ali Muhammad mata shahida. Whoever dies the way of Allah, the way of Ali Muhammad, died a death of a martyr. Therefore, though the Momin dies on his deathbed, but he is actually a martyr in the eyes of Allah. And this life, Allah has always stressed the life after. In Surah Mulk, Allah says that هو الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا, that He has created life and death. He has created death and life so that He tries you to whoever does a good job. The order in which it is narrated that it is first the death and then life. Death and life. That means what is coming after death is an eternal life. So, Mu'min lives an eternal life and he dies. He is not dead, but he is alive. One thing which I want to tell you here, very briefly, relating it to Karbala. In our faith, in our firqa, that we always place stress on the events of Karbala, whether it is an occasion of a happy occasion or a sad occasion. We always say something about Karbala. So we start our marriages with a majlis, and also whoever dies, we do a majlis for it. So for today, very short, very in a few words, I would say to Nausheen that nobody is stopping you from crying for your mother, but you remember Karbala, and you remember Hazrat Sakina, that whenever she used to cry for her father, Shumar used to just slap her, and Shumar used to tease her. Therefore, you are in a good situation that people are offering condolences to you, and nobody is stopping you from crying. Now coming to Karbala, the 40th days of Imam Hussain, this is called Arba'in. Arba'in is the 40 days of Imam Hussain. And the first Arba'in that was done in Karbala, that was after the Alibat got free from the prison, and they had observed that, and Hazrat Zainab had wished that day that I am not able to celebrate, to offer all my grief, I am not able to do the justice with Hussain, and I wish that people will come, the future generation who will observe this. And if I tell to Janab Zainab that Arba'in Shaheedul Shoda is being held all over the Islamic world, and also there is Arba'in in Karbala these days is an occasion where 22 million people come there to offer condolences. And if you compare this to the number of people who go to Hajj, it's about 2 million and 22 million. A small place as us, but Imam Hussain opens his heart for all the people who come there for Arba'in, and that's how Arba'in is done. And there is a march, it's called the Peace March, and this is a lesson to the people of the world that the mission of Islam is not a war, but this mission of Islam is a peace all over the world. This Peace March is people walk from Najaf to Karbala in 3 days, and this consists of not only the Muslims but also the Christians, the Jews, and some of the Hindus also take part in this fast. Therefore, Imam Hussein's mission is for everybody. So I pray God that Allah gives a special place for the Marhuma in Jannah, in heaven, and condolences to the nearest of the family, to grandsons and to people who just, who have come here for this gathering. Thank you very much.
Like I said, we are going to have Salatul Maghrib now, and after Salatul Maghrib, we will have dinner served outside. And while the dinner is being, if you are having dinner, those of you who want to say Salatul Isha, there will be Salatul Isha at the Tabibat. So please make sure you have your wudu. There's a restroom outside, and we will continue on. Assalamu alaikum, and again, thank you very much for your presence today.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. 10:56.